Hey, did you hear the news? They say Zack Snyder's finally going to finish what he started. This is the Sox Rocker Show. Now, hey, slow down there, sluggo. So it seems that Zack Snyder said very briefly, I might add, in a recent interview with Empire magazine that he would consider finishing an animated version of the Snyderverse. He said the idea, well, it sounded cool and it sounded fun. That's it. And then the entire world goes wacky with assumption. Now, yes, I would love nothing more than to see Zack's DC vision completed. And yes, if an animated version were to be the absolute only option to get to see it, then go for it. But only if, as Bruce Wayne once said, it was a diamond absolute. Okay, I'm reaching there for dramatic effect, but I think you catch my drift. In short, I still want to see the live action completion of the Snyderverse, not animated. And I think it could maybe kind of sort of still happen. Now, I've come to the conclusion that the decision all lies with the comic book messiah himself, James Gunn. Now, I don't mean in the way that it would take Father Gunn's blessing or the proverbial kiss on the proverbial ring kind of thing, not even close. I mean it would take his failure with the upcoming Superman reboot. You see, a lot, and I do mean a lot, is riding on that film, and I don't think Gunn's perpetually inflating ego truly comprehends or even wants to see this. I honestly think he believes that he's truly the anointed one, and that's understandable, I guess, to a point. He's been given the keys to the DC kingdom with absolutely no restraint, or at least that's how it appears anyways. His followers flock to his every move, his every post, his every breath. They defend every questionable thing that he says and does, and so it's no wonder he has an ego that makes Kanye West look like a monk. And that very thing just might be the chink in his armor, his kryptonite, if you will. Now, I may be wasting my thoughts here because he just might pull it off. He did it at Disney, after all, but DC ain't Disney. It's an entirely different comic book movie world. He's trying to force feed what worked for the Mouse House on an entire army of DC followers. And as I said, it just might work, but then again, it just might not. And so should he fail? Then I believe anyways that that's when the chance for Zack to finish what he started becomes an even greater possibility. Now, I want Zack to finish. Hell, I need Zack to finish. But, and listen to me when I say this, it ain't going to happen until Zaslav and the other cronies over at WBD see what little Jimmy Gunn delivers. And that begins with Superman. If Superman bangs $1 billion, then Gunn walks on water. And then I think any hope we had of a live-action conclusion to the Snyderverse, well, it's going to dwindle. Now, they may throw an animated bone Snyder's way. Because, hey, why not? It would be a cheap, easy way to make some money. Or, and I'm not joking here, another way to write something off. Again, and wouldn't that be the final proverbial slap in Zack and his fan base? His face. Now, I ain't saying any of this will happen. I'm just putting my thoughts out there, putting my cards out there on the table, so to speak, because nothing really surprises me anymore where WB, DC, James Gunn, and His Highness David Zaslav is concerned. So criticize me if you will. Hell, I got thick skin. And that's what this platform on YouTube's all about anyways. So hey, did you see the post about Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman movie idea that never came to fruition? In that very same Empire interview, Zack talks about an idea that he was bouncing around called the Wonder Woman 1854 project that was based around this now infamous picture of Diana Prince, a.k.a. Wonder Woman, holding severed heads while fighting in the Crimean War. Zack's description of said project reads as follows: Wonder Woman 1854, this amazing image shot by Stephen Berkman, of an Elseworld war-weary Diana who had chased Ares across the battlefields of the world and had yet to meet Steve, who would help her restore her faith in mankind and love itself. Now, we all know things didn't go this way, but just imagine if they had. And all I can say is, wow. That's it. Just wow. You know, it never ceases to amaze me at just how much Zack had stored away in his mind about his DC Universal vision. I mean, the dude must be firing on all cylinders 24/7. I love when he gives us bits and pieces of what could have been, quite possibly what should have been. Mainly because many of us feel abandoned or robbed because of the fact that, well, we didn't get to see it all concluded. In a way, it's bittersweet. In the end, we've been forced to being used to simply taking only what we get, even the fragments of something that could have been, should have been great. And so, my friends, that's it for this show. If you would care to comment on anything I've talked about, please feel free to do so down below. And if you would, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next show. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless. Socks out.